You asked for it, I found it, and my buddy DeGreer built it. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here today with you guys. We are on my dude DeGreer's account. Big shout out to you, my dude. We've shown off a few different things on this account in the past. I think one of those was another variation of dungeon teams with some hex and sweet stuff like that. But DeGreer has been around for a while. You can tell 24 million player power. Obviously he's level 100. He's got a ridiculously stacked account with like a bunch of +4 champions. Like, this guy knows what he's doing, okay? And today we are going to take a look at his sweet Iron Twins team. I've been searching for a team just like this to be able to provide a team that's not block damage and that has somewhat accessible champions on it. And I know you guys have been searching for that as well, because my dude here in the comments, ZeusBot, should be making videos to help your audience. This is just flexing. Ugh. Please make something to help the free-to-play people that don't have block damage or 3 pain keepers. So let me know in the comments, Zeus, if this is the video that you have been looking for. Because if not, I need to keep searching. And if you have a cool Iron Twins team that you think would be helpful to other people, let me know so I can feature it on the channel. Now, despite the fact of DeGreer being ridiculously good at this game, he does not use the traditional teams for this dungeon with like block damage or terrace like I was showing you guys last week. He came up with his own strategy because he is a boss. And I think that this strategy is the one that is going to be more relatable to a lot of people. So let's jump in and take a look at the team. Okay, so this is actually a pretty fast team, so I'm gonna think about switching over to this, right? So in this team, we have Mythrala. She's empowered. I don't think that that's important, okay? We have a past fusion, which is Pythion. We have, I believe, a guaranteed champion, which was Kyoku, and then 2 epics, okay? We also could replace Kyoku with Wither. He ran this team with Wither plenty of times, and to me, that says that that can be any cleanser, healer, support type champion. Now, Pythion is going to be pretty important here for helping us survive. Another option might be Duchess, but you really need somebody who is preventing this boss from killing you. That's where Terrace comes in, that's where Duchess comes in, and of course Pythion in this team. Mythrala is going to do some damage. She's putting up buffs to help with Pythion. Kyoku has just been super impressive to me. He and I both use her in our hard Ice Golem team, and it was probably his idea for me to put her in there, if I'm being honest. I don't remember who told me to, but it was probably DeGreer. And she stabilized my Ice Golem hard 10 team so much. It's basically Drang and Kyoku who duo the boss. Then we have Aox, who to me is a brilliant addition to this team because Aox can extend Geomancer's burns. Yes, the Iron Twins will cleanse it off still eventually. However, Aox extending Geo's burns is just brilliant to me. I absolutely love the idea of that. And of course we have Geo here. Okay, now, the cool thing about these builds is that these are the builds that he uses in other areas of the game. So, for example, the Mythrala build is the craziest build that you're going to see, okay? She is the most well-geared on this team. And so we're going to give you options at some point of other builds for her as well. But what I need to tell you is that she's geared for hard Fire Knight, because that's the main area that he uses her. The Python is geared for Arena, because that's where he uses him. Kyoku is in her Ice Golem gear. Now, Geo and Aox are specifically geared for this dungeon, and so that makes sense to me because, you know, you're going to have a Geo specifically for Iron Twins if you want to do this strategy, okay? And then Aox, I mean, you probably are not using Aox in very many places, although I'm curious if Aox and Geo, that combination, could be used in Hydra, or at least somebody to extend Geo's debuffs. I'm not sure, but I love the idea of that. So let me know if you would like to see a video on that. Let me know what your opinion of this team is. Is this the free-to-play team that we've been looking for? Because I'm doing this for you guys, right? So I need to know from you guys if this is the free-to-play team. Let's go take a look at the run. It is a fast run, and then we'll take a look at the gear, okay? So you can see that Python's in Stone Skin. That is not important for this team, okay? That's just the build that he has for this, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to say that it's bad. Like, it's still a good build, and I'm wondering if we could apply Stone Skin to other people, how well that would work in Iron Twins, okay? So, Geomancer, just like ready to go with his ability as soon as it becomes necessary. So I like the speed that Geo's in right here, and I might need to try a Geo in my team at that speed. I actually might build this team on my account because it's half the time. Like, look, we're already at 54 seconds here, and we're below half health, okay? So we have Python and Kyoku really keeping us alive. Mithrala is in there cleansing and, you know, doing all the things that she does as well, putting those buffs up. And then Python is there in case anything goes wrong. He's there, he can pick people back up. But we have Geo going down there, and again, that Python is going to just pick them right back up, okay? So, most of the block damage teams run about 2.5 to 3 minutes, and that's, you know, the case for my account as well. I want to actually just run it one more time because we have a best time of 1:02. So I want to just see what is make sure we get a normal run. That's what I'm trying to say. But I like the pace of this team. Like, Geo, his speed is really nice to get things going and get those debuffs back up. It seemed like he placed them all at the exact right time. So really, really cool speed tune here. And then everybody else in the team doing a lot of work. I feel like also you don't necessarily need Aox in this team. You could probably have somebody else in that spot if you didn't quite have the gear for the survivability, perhaps, right? Python has more than enough resistance to not get any debuffs here, but that can be pretty challenging. So you want to make sure that at least your reviver has enough resistance so that they're not getting these crazy debuffs on them, right? So let's see here. We're at 110, and everything seems to be going well here. I'm just curious if they normally die, right? Because since this is not my team, I don't 100% know the flow of everything. But I think that them dying was an anomaly. I don't think they normally die, but let's see right here what happens. Yeah. Still a minute and a half or whatever, but they don't normally die. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So either way, I think that this is an amazing team, and under 2 minutes is incredible for this dungeon. It really is, okay? So let's take a look at the builds. and then we can see how ridiculous the Mythrala build is, okay? So, after we go through the builds, then I will come up and show you another build for Mythrala. So hang around till the end of the video, make sure that you get to see that build as well. So here's the Mythrala build. She is at 315 speed, and I know that that's pretty insane, okay? But when we take a look at the gear, it's not ridiculous. We have like a single speed roll, double, triple, no speed roll, triple, and then we have boots that are not ascended, and then we have a triple speed roll with a really nice glyph on the banner, okay? So I actually don't think that this is crazy. If you're an endgame player and you're trying to build this team, like, you can come up with a build that's similar to this because her speed is not important. You can lower her speed, and I'll show you that build here at the end of the video. Pythion's in a 6-piece stone skin set, and he's over 700 resistance, okay, with obviously some defensive stats, but you can see his speed is not very important, okay? Again, this is an arena build for him, and when you're doing this type of a build, you just want to look for resistance on all of the substats. You know, we have, we have some pretty nice resistance rolls, but this one not so much. Then we have a resistance chest. This one is just a single, and then of course on the resistance on the banner, and then resistance on the amulet. So if you want to get this type of resistance, you just need to have resistance on all the pieces, okay? Now, I don't actually think you need this much resistance, so just play with it. See what you can do on your account. But again, if you're farming Iron Twins, you should be farming Hydra. All of these things work together. Here is the Kyoku build. Again, this is for hard Hydra. For hard Ice Golem. not hard Hydra. 230 speed, 430 resistance, like 350 accuracy, defensive stats. My build is pretty similar for Kyoku as well, but there's some wiggle room there. She's really, really tanky, and so you don't necessarily need to match those exact stats. The Aox is in a lot more accessible gear, in my opinion, but he does have still a lot of accuracy. We are using Mythrala's aura here, and she has the accuracy in all battles. So what that allows is for our accuracy to be a bit less than what it would normally be. But like 200 speed, like the rest of his stats are pretty unimportant. He could even be a lot more tanky there so that there wouldn't be those cases where he died. And then the Geo 6-piece perception. We have enough accuracy combined with the aura to make sure we get over 600. And then the 258 speed, which is the part that I loved the most, okay? On him, he has faultless defense. Will receive less damage from each subsequent hit from multi-hits, which is super interesting, okay? I have cruelty on mine to lower the defense, but I might need to try this if I'm going to do a team that's not having block damage, okay? And you can get this, it's not that challenging. We have 5-star pieces in here. Like, this is just all perception with, perception substats, okay? So let me go ahead and get the build ready for Mythrala so I can recommend that to you, and we'll wrap up the video, all right? So I'll be right back. Okay, and to wrap up the video, I know that I mentioned earlier about running Mythrala at a slower speed, so I wanted to suggest a build for you guys that still has similar stats, but would work at a lower speed, okay? And so what I did was I found a defense percent chest that had HP percent substats. We also have crit rate on here to keep that 100% crit rate. You guys know how much I love crit on Mythrala. But that is an extra part of her build as well. And then just a banner with no speed on it, okay? So, but basically, you can just take these stats as your goal, right? And then what you can do from there is make it work on your account, okay? So still a reasonably fast, I mean 5k defense, 52k HP, still tanky, still the crit, still some accuracy and resistance, but this time not at an amazingly ridiculous 315 speed. Big shout out to my dude DeGreer again for hooking me up with his account to show this to you guys, and make sure you let me know your opinion of this team in the comments below. And if you appreciate this content, hit the like button. Let's try to build up those likes, Jedi Academy, and I will see you guys in the next video.